Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel, Math is Fun TV. In this video, you will learn about sequences part 2. Before we start, please click the like and subscribe button. What is a general term or end term or rule of a sequence, which is denoted by a sub n? It is a formula that describes the terms of a sequence. Ibig sabihin ng formula, ito ay isang equation na nagpapakita kung paanong equally related ang value ng nth term or ng a sub n sa kaniyang position or order in the sequence. Also, any term of the sequence can be found following the rule. Once na ma-formulate mo na ang end term or ang rule ng ating sequence, maaari mo nang mahanap ang kahit na anong value ng position na nais mong hanapin sa isang given sequence. Finding the terms of a sequence using the end term formula. For example, find the first 5 terms of the sequence given the general term a sub n is equal to n plus 5. So sa tanong, itong formula na ito or equation na ito ang ating susundin upang mahanap natin ang value ng nth term. For the solution, let's have this table. We have position of the terms, which is denoted by n, the rule, which is yung binigay sa ating formula doon sa tanong, and the value of the nth term. Now, for the position of the terms, since ang pinapahanap ay first 5 terms, ibig sabihin, kailangan nating hanapin ang first term, second term, third term, fourth term, at fifth term of this sequence. Now, for the rule, ibinigay sa atin ang formula or equation na a sub n is equal to n plus 5. So, kung mapapansin ninyo, ipinapakita ng formula kung paanong equally related ang value ng a sub n at ng position of the terms which is n. So, let us solve. Para ma-solve, isa-substitute lamang natin ang value ng position which is n doon sa n. Since ang hanapin natin dito ay first term, isa-substitute mo ang 1 sa value ng n. Now, so we will have a sub 1 or first term is equal to, substitute ulit sa n, yung 1. So we have 1 plus 5. Therefore, solving for the value of the first term or a sub 1 is 6. Ganoon din ang proseso para sa second, third, fourth, at fifth term. So, let's have a sub n is equal to n plus 5. That will be a sub 2 because we substituted 2 doon sa n is equal to 2 plus 5. Therefore, the value of a sub 2 or the second term is 7. For the third term, a sub n is equal to n plus 5. So again, we will substitute 3 to find the value of the third term or a sub 3. So this will become a sub 3 is equal to 3 plus 5. Therefore, a sub 3 is equal to 8. How about for the fourth term? Again, use the given nth term formula. So we have a sub n is equal to n plus 5. And then instead of writing n, substitute 4 to find the value of a sub 4. So we will have a sub 4 is equal to 4 plus 5. Or in short, the value of a sub 4 or the fourth term is 9. How about for the fifth term? So again, use the formula given, which is a sub n is equal to n plus 5. And then, instead of writing n, substitute 5 for the fifth term. So we have a sub 5 is equal to 5 plus 5. Therefore, the value of the fifth term or a sub 5 is equal to 10. That is how you are going to find the terms of a sequence using the nth term formula. finding the terms of a sequence using the n-term formula. For example, find the first 5 terms of the sequence given the general term a sub n is equal to 3n minus 1. So for the solution, let's have this table. So we have position of the terms, which is denoted by n. Then the rule, which is given by a sub n is equal to 3n minus 1. And then the value of the nth term. So ito na yung magiging value ng bawat terms na pinapahanap sa atin. Now, let's start. So, una mong gagawin is to copy the formula given in the question. That is a sub n is equal to 3n minus 1. Then after that, i-evaluate lang natin itong equation na to by substituting the position of the terms. Since ang una natin hahanapin ay ang first term, kasi sabi doon first 5 terms, so mag-uumpisa tayo sa first term. First term, so ang value ng n natin doon ay 1. So we will, instead of writing n, lalagay mo ay 1. So this will become a sub 1 is equal to 3 multiplied by 1 minus 1. Now, bakit multiplication yung 3 times 1? Because 3n here implies multiplication. Now, let us just compute. So, 3 times 1, that is 3, minus 1, that will be 2. So, the value of your first term is equal to 2. How about for the second term? Again, we will use the same process. So just copy a sub n is equal to 3n minus 1 and then substitute 2 to find the value of the second term. So we will have a sub 2 is equal to 3 multiplied by 2 minus 1. Now, computing na lang natin. So 3 times 2, that is 6, minus 1, that will become 5. So the value of the second term is 5. For the third term, so we have to copy a sub n is equal to 3n minus 1, and then to compute for the third term, substitute 3 in place of n. So we will have a sub 3 is equal to 3 multiplied by 3 minus 1. So this will become 3 times 3, that's 9, minus 1, that is 8. So the value of the third term is 8. How about for the fourth term? Again, copy a sub n is equal to 3n minus 1 because this is the nth term formula. Then substitute 4 to find the value of the fourth term. So we will have a sub 4 is equal to 3 times 4 minus 1. Computing this equation, we will get 3 times 4, that is 12, minus 1, that is 11. So the value of the fourth term, or a sub 4, is 11. Let's go to the fifth term. For the fifth term, again, copy the nth term formula. A sub n is equal to 3n minus 1, and then substitute 5 in place of n. So we will have a sub 5 is equal to 3 times 5 minus 1. So multiply 3 and 5, we will get 15 minus 1, that is equal to 14. So 14 is the value of the fifth term, or a sub 5. Now, the first 5 terms of this sequence are 2, 5, 8, 11, and 14. So that is how you are going to find the terms of a sequence using the nth term formula. Determining the general term or nth term or rule of a sequence denoted by a sub n. Now, to find the rule that describes the pattern in the sequence, try to find the relationship between the value of each term and its position in the sequence. So kung kanina ibinigay sa atin ang n-term formula, hahanapin natin yung terms sa isang sequence, ngayon naman kabaliktaran. Ibibigay sa atin ang value ng bawat term sa sequence, tayo naman ang magpo-formulate ng n-term formula. So how do we do that? Kailangan mahanap natin ang relationship between the value ng terms at saka nung kanyang position doon sa sequence. Now, when you say relationship, ito ay equation. So, kailangan mag-equal ang a sub n at saka yung n. Kasi yung n, yun yung variable na gagamitin natin para sa position. Now, paano ka magpo-formulate? pwede mong i-combine yung different kinds of operations like multiplication, addition, subtraction, and division. So this will be a trial and error process. Now let's have this example. Find the formula for the nth term of the sequence 6, 11, 16, 21, and 26. Now, given this sequence, hahanapin natin yung kanyang nth term formula. So, for the solution, let's use this table. We have position of the terms. Again, this is denoted by the variable n. And then the value of the nth term. So when you say value of the nth term, ito na yung 6, 11, 16, 21, and 26. And then of course, the nth term formula or a sub n. Now, paano natin sisimulan? So isulat mo muna yung first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Since yung 6 ay first term, 11 ay second term, 16 ay third term, 21 ay fourth term, at 26 ay fifth term. Now, under nung position, ay isulat mo yung value ng term. So, for the first term, ang value niya ay 6, na given doon sa sequence. Second term, ang value ay 11. Third term, ang value ay 16. Fourth term, ang value ay 21. At ang fifth term ay value ng 26. Now, i-relate natin or i-equate natin si position at saka yung kanyang value. So, yung value natin, palaging nasa kaliwang side ay a sub n. And then equal, kasi equation. So, ang ating symbol for relationship ay equal sign. So, a sub n equals. Now, pagdating sa right side, doon na tayo magta-trial and error. Pag-aralan mo or siyasatin mo yung kanyang pattern sa sequence. So, as you will notice, yung 6, para maging 11, nagdagdag lang tayo ng 5. Yung 11, para maging 16, nagdagdag ka ulit ng 5. Yung 16, para maging 21, nagdagdag ka ulit ng 5. Yung 21, para maging 16, nagdagdag ka ulit ng 5. At yung mga susunod pang term sa sequence na ito ay dadagdagan mo lamang ng 5. Now, since 5 yung dinadagdag, that will be a constant. I-relate mo na lang yun sa n. Paano kayang yung 1, which is the value of n for the first term, ay naging 6? Paano kayang yung 2 for the second term ay naging 11? Paano yung 3 for the third term ay naging 16? Yung 4 ng fourth term ay naging 21 at yung 5 ng fifth term ay naging 26. So, upon trial and error, mapapansin ninyo that if you multiply yung 5 na constant, yung dinadagdag mong constant, at saka yung n, let's say, 5 times 1, that is 5. Para maging 6, dadagdagan mo na lang ng 1. So, ang magiging equation pala natin is that a sub n is equal to 5n plus 1. But, kapag nakapag-formulate ka na ng n-term formula, kailangan mo tong itry sa lahat ng terms doon sa sequence. Kailangan lahat sila ay masasatisfy. Ibig sabihin, kailangan mag-i-equal yung a sub n value mo at saka yung nasa right side. Now, try natin. Yung 2, kaya siya naging 11, minultiply natin yung 5 kay 2. So, 5 times 2, that is 10 plus 1. Kaya naging 11. So, okay tayo pagdating kay second term. Applicable pa rin yung formula na naisip natin. Now, for the third term, itry natin ulit. 5 times 3, that is 15. Para maging 16, dinagdagan ulit natin ng 1. So, okay pa rin tayo pagdating kay third term. Applicable pa rin siya. Tingnan natin kay fourth term. 5 times 4, that is 20. Para maging 21, nagdagdag ulit tayo ng 1. So, okay pa din. Applicable pa rin yung ating n-term formula na a sub n equals 5n plus 1 pagdating kay fourth term. Paano naman kay fifth term? 5 times 5, that is 25, plus 1, kaya naging 26. So, as you will see, mula kay 6, 11, 16, 21, at 26, applicable ang formula na a sub n equals 5n plus 1. Ibig sabihin, ito na ang ating value for the a sub n is equal to 5n plus 1. Ito na yung ating n-term formula for this sequence. Determining the general term or nth term or rule of a sequence denoted by a sub n. To find the rule that describes the pattern in the sequence, try to find the relationship between the value of each term and its position in the sequence. So kagaya kanina, hahanapin natin ang n-term formula or yung equation na magsasatisfy sa bawat term sa isang given sequence. For example, find the formula for the nth term of the sequence 3, 9, 15, 21, 27, so on and so forth. So for the solution, let us use this table. We have position of the terms denoted by n, the value of the nth term, and then the nth term formula or a sub n. Now, simulan mo siya sa pamamagitan ng paglilista ng lahat ng given terms doon sa sequence, which are 3, 9, 15, 21, and 27. Now, for the position or yung mga value ng n natin, determine mo kung pang ilan ba yung 3, 9, so on and so forth. So, yung 3, ang first term, so isusulat mo dun sa position ay first or 1. Yung 9, ang second term, so isusulat mo ay second or 2. Yung 15 ay third term, so isusulat mo ay third or 3. Si 21, ang ating pang-apat na term or fourth, so isusulat mo ay fourth or 4. At si 27 naman ang fifth term or pang-lima, so isusulat mo ay fifth or 5. Since nailista mo na, let us start formulating our n-term formula. So, sa left side, isusulat mo ay a sub n and then yung equal sign. Pagdating sa right side, ito na yung ita-trial and error natin. Now, paano sisimulan ng trial and error? Pag-aralan mo muna kung paano nabuo yung sequence or yung pattern dun sa sequence. So, yung 3, kaya siya naging 9, nagdagdag ka ng 6. Yung 9, kaya naging 15, nagdagdag ka ulit ng 6. Yung 15, kaya naging 21, nagdagdag ka ulit ng 6. At yung 21, kaya naging 27, nagdagdag ulit ng 6. At yung pagdadagdag ng 6 ay magpapatuloy hanggang sa mga susunod na terms sa sequence na ito. Now, ibig sabihin, yung 6 ay constant. I-relate na lang natin yung 6 doon sa value ng n natin. So, itry natin. Upon trial and error process, mapapansin natin na kapag minultiply mo yung 6 sa value ng n at binawasan mo ng 3, makukuha mo yung value ng bawat terms. So, itry natin. 6 times 1, that will be 6. Minus 3, kaya siya naging 3. So, ang formula pala natin for the nth term ay a sub n equals 6n minus 3. Kaya lang, kailangan pa natin itry ito sa second, third, fourth, at fifth term. Kapag nasatisfy niya lahat ng terms natin sa given sequence, ibig sabihin, ito na talaga yung ating nth term formula. So, itry natin sa second term. 6 times 2, that is 12, minus 3, kaya naging 9 ang value ng second term. So, okay tayo. Pagdating kay second term, applicable siya. Paano naman kay third term? 6 times 3, 18. Minus 3, kaya naging 15 ang value ng third term. So, applicable pa rin siya kay third term. Paano naman kay fourth term? 6 times 4, that is 24. Minus 3, kaya naging 21 ang value ng fourth term. So, applicable pa rin yung ating formula kay fourth term. I-try natin kay fifth term. So, 6 times 5, that is 30. Minus 3, kaya naging 27 ang value ng fifth term. Now, sa pagtatry natin, napatunayan natin na lahat ng ating value of the terms ay masasatisfy using a sub n equals 6n minus 3. Therefore, ito na ang ating n-term formula for this given sequence. Determining the general term or the nth term or the rule of a given sequence denoted by a sub n. To find the rule that describes the pattern in the sequence, try to find the relationship between the value of each term and its position in the sequence. For example, find the formula for the nth term of the sequence 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, so on and so forth. For the solution, let's have this table. Position of the terms denoted by n, value of the nth term, and then the nth term formula or a sub n. Now, let's start by listing down the terms given in our sequence. They are 1, 4, 9, 16, and 25. Then, para sa position, since yung 1 ang first term, isulat mo ay first or 1. Yung 4 ang second term, so isulat ay 2 or second. Yung 9 ang third, so isulat ay third or 3. Si 16 ang pang-apat, so isulat ay fourth or 4. At si 25 yung pang-limang term, so isulat ay fifth or 5. Now, pag-aralan natin, paano naging related yung value natin ng term na 1 doon sa position niya na first term? Yung 4, doon sa kanyang position na second term. So on and so forth hanggang sa pang-limang term. Now, simulan natin ang pag-formulate ng nth term formula sa pagsusulat ng nasa left side. So, isulat sa left side ay a sub n and then equals. Now, kung mapapansin, yung ating position na 1 here, pag multiply mo siya sa sarili niya, makukuha mo ay 1. 1 times 1, that is 1. Yung position na 2, so 2 times 2, kaya naging 4. Ganon din yung 3. 3 times 3, kaya naging 9. 4 times 4, kaya naging 16. At 5 times 5, kaya naging 25. Ibig sabihin, ang pattern natin sa sequence na ito ay ita-times mo lamang sa sarili niya yung position. So, paano yun isusulat into equation? So, we will have a sub n is equal to n raised to 2 or yung exponent na 2 ang mag-i-imply na i-multiply mo yung position sa sarili niya. So, we will have the equation a sub n is equal to n squared. So, itry natin ulit. For the second term, yung n natin ay 2. So, 2 squared, that is equal to 4. Sa third term, yung position natin na n ay 3. So, 3 squared, 3 times 3, that is 9. Yung fourth term, ang n natin ay 4. So, squared, 4 squared, that is 16. At sa fifth term, ang position mo ay 5. So, ang n mo ay 5. 5 times 5, that is 25. So, since na-satisfy ang lahat ng terms sa given sequence, therefore, ang a sub n equals n squared ang ating nth term formula para sa given sequence na ito. You've reached the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you learned something today, please like, share, and subscribe. Also click the notification bell button for you to get updates of the new videos.